Afternoon, bait makers. Hey, back in the shop. I've been making baits a couple days, and then of course, you know, good bad problem to have. I'm trying to get that wall over there with a whole bunch of baits on it, and you know, guys are coming over and buying baits still because they see them replenishing, and I'm like, oh man. So it's just never. It just keeps going. You know, I want to go fishing. This weekend I'm going to go salmon fishing, and then next weekend, over the Labor Day weekend, my brother-in-law is coming from Idaho, and we're going to do a bunch of fishing, so I won't be in the bait shop as much. I may do some, because I'm sure he wants to see some, but I probably won't be making videos or doing any of that. And then Jason wants to come over tomorrow. He got a new mold he's excited for, and I got some ideas. He wants to do a kokanee salmon. We'll see. I think I have some ideas how we can make this happen. I think it's going to be pretty cool. We'll play with it. Right now, as you can hear, I've got degasser going. It's pulling out all the air on this, and yeah. So I put out a short, right? Or I've put out a couple shorts, and there'll be another one tomorrow at 5 a.m. and then there'll be another one the next day at 5 a.m. I'm kind of trying to do these shorts every day at 5 a.m. But Bait Chuckin' actually responded to it and said he liked my t-shirt, so I thought that was funny. I was wearing a Dungeon Master t-shirt, and so now I'm an artist, so I paint miniatures, I paint cars, I just do all kinds of stuff artistically speaking, and this is also art as well, right? So this is my die-cast, painting die-cast models shirt just for you. Bait Chuckin' made a comment about it, and I thought it was funny. So I'm not wearing a shirt that my friend Wade would want me to wear, that I wear fishing all the time, but I'll wear this one. Maybe I'll wear that other one at some point, but boy, I'll get a whole bunch of hate on that one. But also, you know, I sent you an email a while back, like a month ago, and I never heard anything back from you. I don't know if you saw it, if it went to a... actually, man, it's probably been a couple months now, because I went up to CQ and went salmon fishing a couple times. But yeah, a couple months ago, I sent you an email. I was just asking you for some advice, you being a big-time YouTuber. I sent two emails. I sent one to you, two people that I respect in the community, and not that I don't respect anybody else in the community. It's just two people that have a business, a larger following, and things of that nature. And I wasn't asking for handouts or anything like that. I was simply just asking for advice on the YouTube, because I'm not monetized, and I have no plans to be monetized on YouTube. But I was trying to figure out how to get my videos to be better. Like, I watch Adam a lot, and Adam's like, for me, Adam does a lot of editing and movie making to get his stuff, right? And I love that. And mine would be considered uncuts. Like, I'm constantly just doing uncuts. And some of my videos, like when I go fishing and things of that nature, I do edit and I do stuff. So I had him give me some advice. He watched some of my videos, and then he gave me some advice. Well, it was unfortunately one of the videos I had him go look at. I had not looked at, and I just plopped it in there, and here you go. And yeah, the music was atrocious. It was super loud. I don't even know what happened there. It was in my trying to edit. I have an idea for my daughter and I are working on it, and I talked about it in another video that it hasn't posted yet because I've just totally been behind. My daughter and I worked on a video. It was quite funny. We did the whole video. All right, she was my producer / director. We wrote not wrote a script, but we wrote a direction. Okay, we're going to do this, and we want this kind of shot, and we want this kind of element, and then we're going to move here, and we're going to do this kind of thing, and then we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to move here, and we did that whole thing. Mom was mad because we stayed up late at night, moving around the house and setting lights up, and we had a great time. My daughter and I had a great time. Well, the one thing I didn't notice was on the top of my camera there, I have the receiver for this mic. I didn't notice that, I guess it didn't charge because it did not come on. So this and that have to be paired for you to get audio. And that didn't happen. So we did the whole thing and there was no audio, zero audio. So I was going to do a voiceover, and we decided we had so much fun with that, and we learned so much stuff that we were like, you know, if we did this, we can make it better. If we did it this way, that would be better. So my baby girl and I are going to redo that whole video. You know, it's not the best. It's not like you're going to the movie theater or something, but it's just something cool that I did with my baby girl, and we both were excited about it, you know. So we're going to redo that. We're going to redo that. I will eventually put that up, probably within the week or two. We're just going to have to try to get out some time, especially since I think she starts school next week. So we're going to have to get a hustle on to get this done because, yeah, she can't. Mom is not going to allow her to do all this free stuff. And I still want to take her fishing because the salmon season is still going hard. She has a tournament to go do with me. Wade, my daughter, and his daughter are going to do the Edmonds Derby, which we do every year. This will be the first time that we've taken the girls to go do the Derby because now we're like, okay, they're big enough. And we've already taken them out there this year. So they've seen that bigger water and they did fine. So I really wanted to get Riley to CQ this year, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But I did promise her next year I most likely will take her halibut fishing with me. I'm going to give Wade the same opportunity to bring his daughter if he'd like. But that's also in their school year, so we're going to have to see how that goes. But we will go to Nia Bay or CQ for salmon next year, and I'm sure both our daughters will go, and of course there'll be a video. So, all right, so what are we doing today? So in honor of Mike, bait chucking, 8-Bit Baits, since he made that comment, right, and said, hey, I love your shirt. Well, sir, I love your stuff. And I've come up with I use this in core shot worms. I use it on the outside sleeve, and then I put black inside of it. And it changes the colors and makes this really pop off. Love it inside that core shot. I use it in a lot of other stuff too, but I'm going to do core shot because I need to replenish that wall with core shot. I've never shot it in Ripley, so I'm going to try Ripley right now. And I may try, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do Ripley. You know what? I'm going to do Mulder and Scully. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split that in half, and I'm going to shoot half a cup of Mulder, and then I'm going to shoot half a cup of Scully. we're going to have that going. So we're going to have the X-Files up in here. I love the way he names his stuff too, by the way. I'm a movie guy. I'm a movie nut. Love to watch movies, love movie trivia, love everything about movies. So when I started seeing his name, it kills me when I see other bait makers butchering the names. Like, oh, I don't know what this is or how to pronounce it. And I'm like, man, have you ever seen the movie? Holy cow. So I think Adam's been I think he's butchered a couple of them too. He's like, I don't know what this is, but that's okay. I get a chuckle out of it, and I'm sure other people do too. So it's good. What is the word? It's good TV, right? So good YouTube. But yeah, we're gonna do Moondust 005 and 006, which is Mulder and Scully. So let me get this out of here. We'll get it heated up, and we'll get to mixing, and I'll come back then. Hey, this is not going to be an uncut. I'm actually going to edit some of this. All right. Very clear. Half a cup. So we are going to start with Mulder. Now, I'm only doing half a cup. Usually I do a cup. That's what I was going to do. But I am going to put a very minute amount. And I see... Okay, so we're going to go 1/64 And I'm only going to do about a half of that. That wasn't quite a half, so we're going to go like that. So I'm only doing about a half. And that will be totally fine. I've made this before. Absolutely love it. The guys that get it from me love it. Not a lot to see there yet. So we don't put the black in this, but what I am going to do is I'm going to help draw out some greens, and I'm going to go with a 1/6. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm going to go with a 1/32 of green. I was used to doing a cup, so I almost went with my cup measurement. And all this does is it puts this tiny bit of green flake in there to help go with that. And then this is evergreen 0.015. And then I'm also going to use dark gold 0.015. And it is also going to be at the 1/32 amount. So that's going to help bring out the gold side of that. And you guys will understand once I put the black in there on the inside what this looks like. But I don't know if you guys can even see that. So we'll have to look at it. All right, so I know this is plenty hot. I'm going to go ahead and stick it over here. I'm not sure if that's on camera, but the shooting part will be on camera. All right, let me get rid of the air. There we go. Oh man, a half a cup might not be enough. What? Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Okay, bait makers, we did an audible. I had just said that I was going to do a half and a half, and I was going to mix it up and do all this. Okay, I changed my mind because of the video. So what I did is first I lubed up all those rods because I was going to reshoot them, but then I decided no, this way would be better. I went ahead and put them in. So what I like to do is I get them in there, right? But I like to cut my ends, and it's funny, but I do have the end piece for this, but it's for my other mold, not the core shot one, but I could use it on this one too. But I like to cut these off so when I shoot the color that I want through there, it comes out this side. So I'm debating black or green, but I think black just because I'm going to do Mulder and Scully, and we'll see. But that's going to be set up for that. The other one just beeped right before I turn the camera back on, so I'm going to mix that up here in a second. Okay, so here we are back. We did Mulder the first time. And then now we're going to do Scully. And as you see, I've never even used Scully. Never used Scully, so I don't even know what color this is. I think it's maybe purple pink. Get it on the black lid there. Shake that up. And let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. We can work with this. We can work with this. I gotta find spoons. Okay. I had to move a fan. It shut off on me right when I was getting ready to do this, and it said overheating. It's so hot. It's 90 degrees. The garage is just so hot. So I moved a fan over there to blow on the camera. Hopefully it's not picking up. We're going to put this in there. And so this is like purple pink. Man, I thought this was going to be a little different, but we'll just see. Oh, oh, ha ha ha. I think we're going to go with some chameleon glitter tequila sunrise. We're going to see how that looks. And I am going to do probably just a 16th. So it's got some purples and some pinks. I thought there was purple in this, but I'm not seeing any. So we'll see. I'll just get some purple in there. Hopefully you guys are... I know without putting any black in here, it doesn't pop off the 8-bit stuff. But when I shoot the black through here, that's when you're going to see this stuff really pop out. Anything like that. So, all right, let's pull some of this out. I don't need to suck the bottom there. All right. So, all right. Hey, I'm back. See, I do exist. I'm right here. Yeah, no. All right. So, let's set those there. Scully, Mulder there. We got this here. I need to make some just straight black. Which I hate making black, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know why I hate it. I don't really like making black. My brain goes, oh, what a waste of plastisol. You're making black, and it's not a waste of plastisol. It's just, golly, what is going on here? Okay, and I'm gonna have to back this. All right, we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna open this up real quick. I'm gonna keep it down here. I'll bring it up to you guys. Okay. All right. We're not going to see anything drastic. Except that one area has some bleed over, probably because I just held so much pressure. But the good thing is I can just run my fingernail across it. But you guys aren't going to really see a lot because it looks clear. That's just due to what I'm trying to do. So, and I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but on my black shirt, I bet you it does. But it's like I can see all the 8-bit bait stuff inside of there. It's just you guys won't get to see it, and see these are pulling so easy right now just because I did hit them with the canola. All right, so there's that. We're gonna, and I'll show you guys what I was talking about. So I have a razor blade, and I'm gonna bring this down. So all I do is I just lay them out, and I just cut the ends off, put those in there, kind of line up the egg sac, and then make sure that's there. And then I just take another one, and that way they're roughly all about, they're all cut about in the same size, so all your tips look the same, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I could do long ones, short ones, you know, you could do whatever you want. But in a bag, I think it just looks better to the customer who wants to buy it when they all are similar, right? Fish don't care. They're going to see them at different times anyway. But I think to a customer, when they look at it, they want to see symmetrical lines. They want to see things that are done properly, look good. And I get it. I absolutely get it. I'm a customer too. So, all right, bait makers, I'm back. So I went in, actually got some otter pops. My kids were in there enjoying those, and I was like, you know what? That sounds delicious. Let's try to cool off. But the thing I did notice is, look how much that sunk in. that went in quite a bit. So did this one. They shot fine. I know they're good, but coming back out here and seeing them in. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to zoom this in. And let you guys see right here. Okay. Usually I do it in post edit, but I was like, no, it'd be kind of cool to do it right here, and you get to see when it first opens. Of course, the mold wants to be on the opposite side. Let's see if they drop down. 1 second. Let's do this. Oh, man. Yeah, that's okay. No, it did not shoot to the end of that one. What happened here? There must have been something in the way because it didn't even shoot all the way through. So, now on this, right? So, if you were selling these, look, that's a mistake. It went down the backside, looks good, didn't go through and it didn't go out. If you were selling these, you probably wouldn't do this. But I'm planning to use these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have a hole here. Wow. So maybe that's why. Maybe I pulled the... Maybe I pulled those too fast, but I'm going to set that in there. I'm going to try to shoot that again just to see. But here's these. And you guys, with 8-bit stuff, I really don't think the camera does justice. That's why I put in a little glitter too, is more for human eyes, not so much fish. The other thing is sometimes I put black inside that clear just to, like, 1 drop or 2 drops, just to give it a little kick. But wow, like, I can totally see this. So now in the sunlight, hopefully those will turn out better. I can't see the lens. I don't even know if it's in there. Honest, I promise, I'm trying to get you guys a good shot of these. So that is what they look like right there. And then hopefully they bend and you see. So, all right. This one, wow, I got a mess everywhere now. Just running stuff around, trying to move around to get you guys shots of that. Went outside, came inside. It's hot. All right, so that one shot a lot better. And this one is certainly showing off 8-bit baits a lot better. So if you notice, the black that shoots through there, it turned purple. I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to fix that. So when you shoot the black through there, the color, the 8-bit bait stuff comes out a lot better. So let's get one, just so it's easier for me to manipulate around. I didn't notice the edges of this, so I'll just set them in there and I'll hit them with a heat gun and it'll go away. But so hopefully you guys are seeing that up against the black. I'll look at it and post edit. But yeah, wow, that does bring it out a lot. Now I am definitely seeing the purple and the pink, and I did put some glitter in there. You know, that is helping it. It's helping it for the human eye, right? The fish is going to see all that stuff in there, but the human eye, that allows me to see it a lot better. All right, guys. Hey, Hope you guys enjoy the video. It was quick, fast, and a hurry. I wanted to show you the core shot. Had some cool stuff last couple days with people coming over to buy baits and posting up pictures. Some awesome young men came over, very polite, very respectful. Both just wanted to live their best life and fish. I will throw some of those pictures. I asked them if I could. I'm going to throw some of those pictures on the end here. But so you guys can see the urchins that I made. So one of the kids came over with his dad. And what I commonly do is, if I have a leftover, right, I just have some leftover baits, like sitting over here, you know, these are some claws or whatever. But I have leftover, like, I make a mistake, whittle it out, they hit that plastic bin over there. We're super excited to get a whole bunch of free baits from me. But anyways, when this kid came about 2 months ago, a month and a half, I set random baits up in the shop. And if a kid picks them up and they're like, hey, you know, they look at it or whatever, I'm like, you can have that for free. So he took one of those baits for free. He has been crushing the bass on it, just slaying them so much. He caught his personal best. They caught a 6-pound and several 5-pound bass at a couple of our local lakes. Yesterday, they went crazy on bass. I watched the videos here in my garage with them, and some, you know, just some awesome bass fishing. And, you know, they have the videos to prove it on my bait. And they only had one because it was an off sitting on the top there, so they couldn't even tell me the name. They were trying to tell me from the lake. They're like, can you please make this? And I'm like, sure, I need to know what the name of it is or something. And I was talking to his friend, not the person who came, so when they showed up, I recognized him, and he was like, it was the free one you gave me that was up top. And I was like, oh, dude, that was a remelt. There's no way. I was like, let's look at it. And we kind of came up with some stuff to imitate it. Let me show you real quick. I think they may have taken all of them. Actually, they took every one of them. Yeah, they did. They took every single one we made yesterday. So we literally sat right here. They were in my garage, and I made the bait in front of them. It did have some 8-bit bait stuff in it, which was funny because I saw it in the picture and I went, I know what color that is. I knew what color the 8-bit portion was. It was borealis, and I knew that. So I put a little of that in there, and I know it was only like 2 drops of black, but then we couldn't really see the flake. And then as I made it, they came back and were like, oh my gosh, it had like a copper flake. And I'm like, okay, well, I pulled it out of there, so I have no idea. But we came up with something that was good. They took them all, had a great time. They wanted this bait so bad. It caught so many fish that they were catching a fish, and as he's bringing in the fish, the bait ripped and came off, right? That commonly happens. Especially if you caught all these bass on it. I mean, he caught 6-pounder, he caught several 5-pounders, tons of 2s and 3s. They crushed the bass yesterday. And if I had not seen the videos, you know, I would think it was fish stories. But no, they were wearing GoPros. They had all the, and the lake is super clear. It's called Clear Lake, is one of the lakes they were at, and they were at another lake. I'm not going to give them all away. I have a lot of local guys looking, and if they know where I live, they were very close, so you can kind of figure it out. I had 5 or 6 lakes right near me. But anyways, so this thing rips off, flies. The kid holding his rod with said fish jumps off the boat to save the bait so that they could continue to fish. I'm like, are you kidding me? The bait slowly sank And of course he jumped in the water. It's freezing cold, and he's like, oh, and he can't find the bait, and the bait's slowly sinking. His buddy on the boat yelling at him, I guess, to try to get it. They get him out of the water. They call me or text me and start conversation of, can I remake that bait? Can I get to them some more baits? And I have no idea all this stuff has happened or is going on until they get to my house. And epic story. I literally was sitting here at some point with like a little tear in my eye, emotional, because I was remembering me and my good friend fishing. And I'm like, you know, these kids, they're in high school living their best life. They are young adults, young men, very respectful, very nice. Parents raise them right. And they're out fishing. They're not out doing all this other crazy stuff that happens in our world. They're like, everything they're telling me is like, we just want to get back out and go fishing. And I asked them about school. I said, man, school's getting ready to start. And they're like, I know, we're trying to get as much fishing in as we can. All right, hey, man, it is still beautiful here. Like I said, it was 80-something degrees in my garage. It's 80-something out there. Beautiful. Go out, go fishing. Enjoy this weather. I'm going to go out this weekend. I got my daughter. I got my friend, my best friend. We're going to go, and we're going to hopefully slay some salmon. I'm going to try to get caught up on this. Jason's coming over tomorrow, like I said. But, hey, go enjoy the weather. Go enjoy your family. Hug your loved ones. And enjoy life. Hey, this is Vet Stream. I'm out.